What's going on? Your boy is back at it again. Drams on deck. Today we have another heavy hitter. This one is another high-end tequila. This is the Clase Azul Reposado, and this right here, this is aged roughly around 8 years. This is fermented. They use yeast to ferment it and make it more sweet, and it's aged around 8 months in Jalisco, Mexico. And this right here, believe it or not, is the first tequila that I say, I've loved some tequilas beforehand, but I must admit, this one right here is the very first tequila that I literally fell in love with. When I say fell in love, I mean love, like, mwah, I love you. Like this thing right here, oh my God. I never had, this is the first time I had a tequila that just tastes so different, but it's still same characteristics like the agave plant. And the profile, that's the same, but the sweetness of it is what really got me. The sweetness and the oiliness of it. If you try this side by side with like a 1800 or a Jose Cuervo, it's night and day. If I blindfold you, you can even smell and taste it. It's like night and day. There's no comparison. There's levels to this. And this level right here is far above those. So this one right here is the very first tequila that I literally fell in love with. Like, I kid you not, like if I don't have a bottle of this in my home, my house is not a home without a bottle. It just doesn't feel right. I'm not even joking. As a collector and a connoisseur of fine spirits, like I literally make sure that I have a bottle of this at all times. And right, matter of fact, it's starting to get low, so I need to re-up. But this right here, even the presentation, I like the ceramic decanter. It's just like, I don't even like throwing the bottles away. I normally give it to my friends who don't maybe drink as much or have like knowledgeable about the spirits. They when they see the bottle, they don't even think it's tequila. They think it's something else. They think it's like a stand or something like that. And I tell them, no, this is actually tequila. They're just shocked of it. But this right here is the Clase Azul. First time I had this was about maybe 2 years ago. I was looking for whiskey, and a guy had this. I was in Texas. He told me there's some things on sale, and I happened to see this bottle, and I was interested. I was like, he told me about it. He said this is awesome tequila. And I guess the way he described it, when someone tells you something and they believe what they're saying, it makes you believe it. So when he told me about this tequila, I was like, okay. He's like, if you don't like it, you can bring it back. And that was like one of the first time, like, really? He's like, trust me, if you don't like the tequila, you can bring it back, full refund. And when I tried it, I'm like, okay, this guy is serious. So this is awesome. I love this tequila. I introduced it to my friends and family, and they actually bought them some bottles of it. So this type of thing is contagious. It is awesome. And on the nose here, I taste more pepper. It has some sweetness to it, but I taste more pepper and a little bit more, just a little bit of spice, maybe like a cinnamon or something like that, but very small portions of it. I think about Reposado, it doesn't taste like, some things when you smell in your nose, it just smells like alcohol. This is soft, it's more of a floral taste, so it smell rather. So it doesn't really smell like, ooh, like, hit you in your face alcohol. I don't get that. On the nose, it's very pleasant, I will say. Has some sweetness to it, and I like it. It's very medium. Like you can see, I don't know if you can see it's like a light brown. If light hits it well, it's pretty light on it. Like maybe it's like a dark apple juice flavor of it. It smells good. I actually a lover of this particular line. Actually, their Añejo, I love Añejos, but their Añejo goes around, we won't say $500. This particular bottle goes for in the ballpark where you get it from. I seen it as cheap as $75. I seen it expensive as $90. So anywhere between the $75 and $90 range is where you will find this at for the Reposado. The silver, the Blanco, goes for roughly around $70. I have that as well. But then Añejo, I love Añejos as well. Añejo was $500, or I seen it as much as $600. So that one is a very, very pricey one. And then if you were to get to the extra Añejo or the ultra one they have here, which is above that, that goes for around $1,600 or $1,700. And those you see very rarely. I seen it at one store here, and it was priced around $1,700 for the extra or the ultra Añejo. And I believe it comes like in a black colored ceramic. And that one right there is highly reviewed and sought after, but it's extremely pricey. If you would drop $1,700, it better be amazing. I wouldn't know. I never had it, but maybe someday I might put it on my palate. I actually went to a restaurant one time and I asked if they had the Nano, and I asked them how much for a shot of an Nano. They told me like $170 for a shot. I was like, and it's probably like maybe an ounce. So I was like, I think I'll pass. So one day I'll probably get a bottle. But on the palate, I mean, the sweetness just hits you right in your mouth. Very, very caramel, syrupy, sweet, spice. I don't pick up too much oak on this one. There's just very on the back end. I catch just a little bit of oak on the back end, very little. But it's only aged 8 months to a year at that, so you're not gonna pick up a whole lot on it. But the biggest thing above all is the sweetness of it. The sweetness, a little bit of pepper and the agave. It's just, I can just imagine like a sweet plant with a little bit of just a tad of oak in it. That's what it tastes like. Oh my God, this like I said, this is my first love in tequila. I mean, I really was, in fact, when I first tried this, I was infatuated with this. I was like, oh my God, because I never had anything that tastes quite like that. Now, since those years have passed, I tried other tequilas, but not many things actually, in my opinion, taste on the levels. I've had tequila taste that are far more expensive than this. I still didn't enjoy it as much, but that's just my personal profile. I've had some other tequilas and that taste very awesome, but this one right here, out of all the tequilas I had, this is probably #1 or #2 for me right here that I've ever had, and that's saying a lot because I've had some fine tequilas, but in my opinion, this one right here is awesome. I would love to try his big brother one day, but I haven't got myself over the hump to drop $500 for it yet. I think I'll talk myself into it one day, but that day hasn't come just yet, so we'll see. Almost tastes like a liquid dessert to me. It is so, there's no burn on this. I think some of my, even females who I know who don't drink much, when I give them this, they enjoy it. You know, even my mom enjoyed this. She doesn't drink hardly at all. So that's saying something. If she enjoys this straight up neat, that's saying something. It is very sweet. And so people who are not big into drinking, if you give them this neat, they will enjoy this. And again, my #1 thing, my pet peeve about people, when you get ultra premium tequila, do not mix this. This is not a margarita tequila. Please do not do that. If you put this in margarita, you need to be banned. You don't do it. Just don't do it. That's the wrong answer. Please don't do that. That's the wrong. This is to be enjoyed neat. It needs no ice, no kind of garnish. I mean, if you would put garnish on, you can, but it doesn't need anything in it. It's perfect, neat the way it is. Like I said, it's sweet. 8 months to a year. These bottles go for say $5, and for me, if I had to rate this out of a 10, 10 being the best, it's a 9.5 easy. I mean, I'm very. I could really give it a 10, but I'll give it a 9.5. It's, to me, as close as perfect as you can get. You know what I'm saying? This, my personal opinion, because you get the cave is sweet. Now, if you don't like sweetness, if you like more of not, I wouldn't say harsh, but a non-sweet taste to it, then you may not like this. If, you know, some people like more of a burn. I don't know. Some people, believe it or not, they do. Some people, it's not really smoky. So if you like a smoky, more of a strong tequila, believe it or not, there are some tequilas that are above 40% ABV. So this is a very light tasting, even though it's probably ABV, it tastes very light. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't like sweetness and you like smoke, they do have this in a smoke flavor as well. So if you like smoke and you don't like sweet, then you won't like this, or you won't care for it as much, I would say. But if you do like the sweetness and the longer finish on that, you will love this. So I'll give it 9.5 out of a 10, almost a 10, really. And the only thing I can think that tastes close to this that I've personally had, Closest to it is a Grand Mayan aged tequila, an año. It's called the Ultra name. The Grand Mayan tequila. If you like this, you should love the Grand Mayan año. It tastes like a brother of this, and so those are pretty much neck and neck, you know, and they're both the same price. So again, this is my first love, the Clase Azul Reposado. I keep bottles at all times. I have the Blanco, I have this, and one day I will get the Añejo, his big brother. This is perfect, awesome, and I will also probably keep these. These are very hard ceramic bottles. You can also, I see people keep this and turn it into a lamp or put flowers and take the top off, and you could, you know, put stuff in the top if you choose to decorate it. It's up to you, but this is my first love right here. So Clase Azul, sweet agave fruit. This is awesome. If you can get this, and it's very prevalent now. You see that pretty much most liquor stores and even at restaurants. So you can definitely get this. It's very affordable. If you would try a shot, go to a high-end restaurant, you'll probably get a shot for this for maybe about $20 or something. No more than $30 it should run you, I would think. But anyway, your boy Drams on deck, signing off. Clase Azul. This is my #1 hitter in tequila. I love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. And I will give you some more videos coming soon. But definitely try this out. You would do you justice right here. Again, no mixing, straight up as it is. Boy Drams on deck, signing out.